No ladno.
Hello.
Hi.
So we're live. So Bora, can you check that everyone have a link?
Yeah. Yes, a second. Via which link? Could you send me the join link?
Okay, guys, we're live.
Yeah.
Let me share the link with our community.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please send the link to everyone. And for those who joined, I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. We are joining on the whim. I'm actually joining from the conference, so we're trying to make it work. How are you guys today? How's everything? Tell me.
Everything's all right, but you should tell us about Lisbon and how is Web Summit.
It's cool. A lot of people here, a lot of people from crypto, blockchain, Web3 industry, but not a lot of them actually understand what Web3 is. So I guess a lot of NFTs are rather than like infrastructure projects or something.
Mm-hmm. NFTs?
Any cool NFT projects Yellow is gonna partner with from the conference?
So lots of news are on the way to join us.
Yeah, very possible. Yeah. Let me know if there's going to be too much of a background noise, and I'm going to mute myself because I'm actually in the hall, and that's kind of like the quietest place here because it's so crowded and so loud. So if it's going to be extremely loud, just let me know, and I'm going to mute myself.
All right. I think also our participants will let us know. And I think we can start with the basic utilities and the newest updates in the Duckies platform with Wanya. Would you like to tell us about it with the latest updates and the latest NFT collection we have met recently?
Yeah, so basically we have a few different approaches which are basically independent between each other and both are related to the NFTs. So you can tell that one of them will relate to some kind of game. So basically we will have some gamification mechanics which will be based on NFTs. And in parallel, we're going to have some, kind of superpower NFTs, which will have an influence, for example, on the Duckies token smart contract itself. Also, I would just like to add like one comment to one of the first questions about planning to rank Yellow and Duckies in top 100, for example. So we definitely do not plan to rank Duckies at top 100 tokens because, first of all, it's community-based token. You don't have to forget about this. About Yellow, we'll see. Like, we'll do our best.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, thank you. At this point, we actually have a question about this very matter. That how is the implementation between the game and the NFTs will happen, and when can we see it released for the community?
At this stage, we're on kind of requirement getting process because we're thinking about the game mechanics and like the balance itself. So unfortunately, so far there is nothing to share, but we're in the middle of the thinking process about it.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Can you listen my voice? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Great. So I guess let me address a couple questions that were asked in the previous chat. There's actually one very interesting one. Are Duckies NFT going to list on Binance NFT?
As soon as you get your NFT at your MetaMask wallet, for example, you're absolutely free to do whatever you want with it. So basically, you can put it on any marketplace as you want. It can be OpenSea, it can be anything related to Binance, etc. Yeah. Just to add something, like NDM52 asked, like, will there be benefits for long-term holders of the Ducky NFTs? Like, especially for the Halloween which we had, like, you don't have to forget about the fact that we can always do some kind of upgrades. We can do some kind of, appropriate swaps when we're ready. So yeah, they're absolutely valuable. Like the higher level was NFTs, the more, let's say, utilities it will have in the potential game.
Yeah, it's actually like answers the next question of what are going to be the rewards of the NFT holders. And here, actually, I want to mention that we are really happy to have such a great interest towards Duckies NFTs. If I'm not mistaken, we had like over 4,000 Halloween NFTs claimed. And then with early adopters, the total now is like 5,000 holders. That's really cool. Along with the Duckies token amount of holders growing, I think it's reaching like 300,000 right now, and we have big plans moving forward in the rest of 2022. So let me then jump to the next question. How are you planning to make Duckies and Yellow in top 100 tokens?
I think we already covered that, so we're not planning to do it about Duckies, as we told, and about Yellow, I think like it's Charlie to do some comments. Yeah, so.
Okay, thank you. By the way, Burak, let's announce or remind people about the contest that we're having during the stream and the rewards that winners will get, because I'm sure that
Yes,
there are
of
some
course.
people who really look forward to it. So
Yes, of course. During the stream, the 5 best questions and 5 random questions will be chosen. The favorites will be chosen by the team, and the randoms will be chosen by the raffle. And at the end, they will be announced, and the winners will be eligible for 100,000 duckies each. So you can take your best chance, drop your questions, and possibly be eligible for the rewards.
sounds great. So please, guys, don't forget to ask your questions right in the YouTube, in the chat of the YouTube stream. There's
Okay, so maybe I will go on like question by question. So like we got plenty of them from Tuna Goblin. Yeah.
Yes.
He got 7 of them. Okay, so the first one: does the freezing function only affect the duckies and no other assets in the wallet? Yeah, for sure. Like we're not absolutely capable to freeze your Ethereum or something like this. It's related only to duckies. Okay, so how will we be able to choose which wallet to duck using the legendary NFTs? It's gonna be very simple UI. So it's basically very similar to some kind of proxy request. So basically, it will look like answer the wallet address which you would like to duck, and that's it. Third, are we going to get a dedicated NFT game web interface to interact with? Um, the architecture design about the NFT game part like is still to be discussed. So like we're in the middle of process. Like what is the better? Like getting some kind of Android iOS version of game or some kind of web, or maybe like do it like at the same time. So like we're still have to figure this out. Okay, what happens to the legendary use if people spread their duckies to many different wallets? Uh, if people spread the duckies to many different wallets, like question number 4, like it depends on the legendary. Like, you just have to wait for the specs, and then like we will be ready to discuss. But like I would just say that there will be legendaries which affect all wallets. There will be legendaries which affect like specific wallets. So you can say that there will be plenty of those. Okay, so his next question: any specific strengths on legendary rarities, like how much we can burn, time span, yeah, etc. You just have to wait for specs for question number 5. Okay, are we able to get as many possible legendary NFTs, or is it the limit? Okay, so legendary NFTs, like as soon as they're unique, of course there will be some limit of those, but we will have this pre-calculated margin of those. So we just have to figure out the perfect balance, so we don't get out of NFTs like too early, and at the same time they have to be like as rare as it's like the best for the gaming process. So you're not interested in in everyone having like tons of legendary NFTs, right? And question number 7: when let's say the NFTs will come wave after wave. So I'm not sure about the superpower NFTs dedicated to the game NFTs, but it's pretty much will be last quarter of this year and the first quarter of the following year. Yeah. So yeah, maybe someone can like follow on with some other questions, and I will like rest a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Vanya. I think we can get on to more of a marketing side, and Anastasia can tell us about the upcoming plans for the NFTs, the collaborations, partnerships. We have announced quite a few already, and there's a few more coming up. But Anastasia, I'll let you take over and share more details with our community.
Anastasia, I would be happy to do so, but I really, my internet is very bad and I cannot hear what you were asking me. So you have to ask once again.
I was just gonna ask about the upcoming partnerships and other marketing activities. You know, we get the question of when marketing still sometimes. So with NFTs being launched, I'm sure that we can share more information about the upcoming marketing activities that we've been focused on recently.
I guess trying to join from a conference was a very bad idea because I can hear only a few words that you are saying. But let me try to answer the question as list from what I grasp. And let me know if you can hear me well and if I'm not breaking. So yes, of course, there are a lot of upcoming partnerships with the new communities. We do have a few of them. Uh, we do have a few of them coming out in the next week and actually a week after that. Burak will tell you more about exactly what kind of communities they are and what we are planning to do with them. He will let you know more about the upcoming games and upcoming events coming. Here at the Web Summit, I'm also really like just chatting with people and introducing them to our project, not only Duckies, but everything else in the yellow infrastructure. And they are very excited about the Duckies. I don't have the stickers left, which I collected with me to get out for the people. Moreover, with the NFT out, first of all, there's gonna be a gaming, more of a gaming concept of the Duckies introduced soon. I cannot tell you exactly when because we really don't know. We still need a few things to be finalized, but I guess within the next month, within this month, within November, we will let you know more, and there's going to be more updates coming out your way. And also, we're gonna reveal the new merch. I think it's actually safe to say here in the stream, but I really ask the community who is joining the stream to not spoil it for everybody else in the community, because we have prepared quite a cool reveal. But a lot of you have guessed right. Yes, we will be. We are already manufacturing the rubber ducks, so very soon we will drop a link for the pre-ordering, so you can get yourself a very cool square rubber duck. Apart from that, there's going to be an opportunity to tell us what more merch you'd like to get off the Duckies team. So we will listen to you guys in order to produce the best things for you.
Thank you
I
so
hope I
much.
answered the question that at least I heard. If not, drop some my way. I don't know, maybe in the chat for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Anastasia. Let me move forward with the next questions. Which do you think is Yellow's project's stronger part and why? And what do you think are the weaknesses of it, and how you will use the weaknesses to your benefit? I guess it's like a very generic, serious question, but maybe
I can
Vanya.
actually answer that from,
Okay.
and I think I do have a very good idea right now when I'm at the Web Summit. So here in Lisbon, we now have 75,000 people. 75,000 people joining the conference, and it's actually quite of for everyone. So there are a lot of, come on. So there's I'm sorry guys, the live actions. So there's a lot of people from the crypto blockchain web3 space, and a lot of them are doing some smaller, bigger projects. They're doing like, there are a few exchanges here. There are a few Web3 projects that are working on the infrastructure or solving like one problem of the Web3. And I think our strongest part is, first of all, the experience and the resources that we have. The second of all is that we are not targeting the side effects of the big issue that the industry is having, but we are actually targeting the big issue, which is why I think that we would succeed in doing so. From what I saw, from what I hear this past few days, we are out so on the right track, and everybody else is not really close to us at this point. And as for the weaker part, I guess for us right now, we are kind of dependent upon many product related things. Basically, we do have a few. We do have a few obstacles which prevents us from getting public faster, and we have prioritized the product development right now. So basically, I guess you kind of can name it a weaker point, which I don't personally recognize as a weak point, but it's just I guess the weak point is just the delays itself that has been here, and how do we change it to the strong part? Well, we will coordinate it and finally deliver.
Okay, so also there were like plenty of questions about the updates. So the first question was related, will there be new quests, right? So what can we say that the page itself will be developing like every, let's say, week. If you're speaking about quests, we can expect to have new quests even on the daily basis. So as soon as we have more partners, like this way we're going to have like more different ways like to interact between the communities. That's way basically we can add more quests. So we just don't want to to have this ability as quests to be something boring and like being non-developing. So that's why access to new communities and the partners basically will give us this kind of wider possibilities about airdropping something interesting, like maybe different other kind of distributions. So yeah, you can actually highly expect more quests, and as well as NFTs. Yeah, of course, you can expect more of them. Some of them will be randomized, some of them will be related to games, some of them will be related to different parts of the activities, and some of them will be just local, very temporary, like the Halloween event. So yeah, we can actually maintain a lot of them. Just follow the updates, please.
Okay, thank you so much. The next question about the merge. For merge, what kind of payment method do you plan to accept? And whether people will be able to use Duckies or any other crypto, and when?
Yeah, obviously a very interesting question to have. So yes, you will be able to use your Duckies purchase the merch. However, not at the merch launch. So basically, the rubber ducks will be purchased with crypto. Yes, that is absolutely possible. We will get as many tokens as we can in order to do that, but I don't want to distribute it throughout a lot of wallets. So we'll see about that. But yes, the plan is to get it to the point when the duckies can be exchangeable for the merch. And I will actually gonna answer the second question as well. Will there be a website with all sorts of merch from for Yellow and Ducks? Yes, this is also one of the plans that we do have. In order for us to actually get the full working website, we do need to design and kind of test a few merch items that we would know will gonna look good, feel good. So, for example, if you were to wear our T-shirt, I don't want it to be like a bad T-shirt. I want it to be a superb T-shirt with a perfect printing with an awesome material. If you want to, I don't know, to have anything from Yellow, it has to be a quality. So yes, there will be a website where you can order everything. Probably it's going to be partially. So we're going to start with a Duckies platform, and then maybe we can extend it to. Um, Maybe some e-commerce website. I don't even know at this point, but yes, this is gonna happen. Why don't we actually stop seeing you?
Well, Vanya's in Ukraine
All of
right now,
us?
so I guess we can excuse
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anastasia, thank you so much for the answer. Let me move forward with next questions. Burak, this one will go for you. So, how do
Yeah.
you maintain a community? It's a great question,
Ah,
and I think we can share about our activities and things that we do to keep the
exactly.
members engaged.
Yes, sure. First of all, I would like to mention that in recent weeks and on upcoming weeks, we are going to have many activities with the new partnerships communities, which are full of active people. Hello, Anya, with the great T-shirt.
That's where he was going. Okay, so
That's great. Yeah, after the great show, we are going to have many activities and many quizzes, night games, all together with the new communities, with rewards including their tokens and our tokens and USDTs, full of fun, full of benefits, all together every day, and probably most of the nights in the weeks. And of course, we are having like lots of more members each day, and they're joining us in these activities. And it's sometimes getting a little harder to win these contents and be eligible for these rewards. But I believe with the like higher and more rewards, everyone is gonna be able for them.
Okay, thank you so much, Burak. The next question, Anastasia, have the rewards duckies still to be distributed to the alpha testers? Anastasia, you here?
I think I can take over the answering here.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. The all rewards will be claimable at the same time, including glean rewards and rewards from the previous contents and events on upcoming weeks, within a week or within 2 weeks. But they will all get leave for a claim at the same time.
Okay, great. Vanya, so maybe you can update us on when we can expect that to happen?
What I can say is this task is already in the scope of current distributions. It's just going through the ordinary flow. just we need to finish like the development process, like to test it on the UI like development stage, and after it will be in production. Like yeah, for sure, sorry for the delays, but at the same time we have like really a lot of ongoing tasks. So basically we're trying to find, you know, this kind of balance between delivering some kind of new stuff to the users, like to increase some kind of utilities of the token and the NFTs itself, and the deliver like the rewards which will be definitely granted to our like all the supporters. So
I
it's
also
definitely in the scope. Yeah, we
wanted
will never
to
forget
intervene
about them.
here a little bit and tell to people that we want to that we kind of thought about delivering those rewards after the burning season. So for those who participated in our contest, those duckies will become more valuable because there will be um, more for more for less, less for more. So it's gonna be like the, the value behind them will be a bit different if we distribute it a little bit further. There's going to be more valuable for them, and in that way, we will reward the people who had believed in us like from the start and who participated in the activities earlier rather than later joining our platform.
Okay, thank you so much.
I do have a question that I want to highlight here, which is like, what is interesting about duckies, and so that so many people are interested. Well, duckies are a game. Again, as we always say, don't save your retirement fund for that. I can see a lot of questions here asking us where the duckies are going to be listing. But again, these people are completely missing the point of the duckies. Duckies are a game. They're going to be a game to collect collectibles, to become like I don't know, a ducky's big boss who can kind of burn everyone else's accounts and collect everyone else's rewards. This is also possible, and I mean everything is possible with duckies. So what we are actually trying to do here first, it is a community-driven project, and it is completely kind of like owned by the community. We don't hold our own tokens. We need tokens. We actually do have to go and make the same quests as you guys, or go to the quick swap and buy them, because we cannot kind of get the duckies the other way. So I mean, it's a very interesting concept, and I didn't see that many projects in the area anywhere. So I guess you can think about that as a gamified community platform, and that's why people are here.
That's a very good answer. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next question about do you have any plans for staking platform for duckies?
I'm not sure about this because like we would like people to spend duckies and to do something with it rather than just stake. I think like keeping staking your community reward tokens is just boring. Like you're not like interested in some kind of, you know, this percentage of income with duckies. You'd better go spend them and like and pray for the best, because like we're highly interested into the insertion of the randomized process. So like for someone it will be a gold out of you know shit pile. For someone it will be just like, you know, a huge amount of spent duckies and like no legendary NFTs. Like, so no staking. No, it's too boring for this.
Okay, Vanya, can you tell us more about the upcoming tasks that will be implemented on the platform?
To be honest, I think it would take too much time about this, and most of them are technical, related to, you know, scalability of databases, limiting the accesses of the people who are trying to hunt our system with some, you know, thousands of accounts and etc. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, maybe we would like to cover this question like maybe on some kind of another technical stream, but maybe not now.
Okay.
Also, there was an interesting question about like it was Patrick. Yeah, it was Patrick. Is there a schedule plan for the promotional wallet? Schedule sell plan? Absolutely not. There will be no any selling for those promotional wallets. Those tokens will be allocated only for creating some kind of swapping pools with partners, or like distributing some more rewards with some kind of different partnership programs. So once again, as it was told in the white paper, team and founders get 0% of it, and those 20% which go for marketing, they won't be sold for any reason. They will be used for creating this, for example, swapping part, like it will be kind of swapping contract, like for duckies to some kind of foxes, or like doggies, or there will be plenty of those.
Okay. Thanks a lot. The next question: what are the short and long-term development strategies of the project?
Okay, so as long as we're in the middle of the Web3 ocean, what I can say is that the priorities and the stuff in the backlog is constantly changing. So basically, you cannot afford yourself not to be agile when you're working in this kind of sphere. So I can tell you something right now about the roadmap, but in case something cool will appear and we will see it, of course, we would like to implement this. So yeah, Duckies in this way, once again, it's a separate project from Yellow, and it's like let's say more free, more easy to implement, more like kind of easier to integrate some kind of less serious stuff and etc. So you can expect absolutely anything from it. Just don't rely your pension and your latest savings on Duckies. Please spend them. Please do not collect them and do not save them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very important message. And it's very important to remember that duckies are a token to have fun with and to have fun spending it. But yeah, let me jump to another question. Okay, so there's like a hope for the wider gamification implemented, which we are doing. We have lots of ideas that are being implemented right now. Then let's move to the next question. So Duckies is presently on Polygon chain. Is there a plan to integrate them on other chains? I believe this is something that we're stating in our white paper. You can access it on the Duckies page. And in the white paper, we do mention that Duckies will be available on other chains. For example, Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, if I'm not mistaken. Vanya, is that correct?
Yeah, like so. Let's say this kind of multi-chain, of course, it's in the scope, but from other side, from our side, let's say, and like from the side of our management, we can say that our most attention is dedicated for Ethereum chain. Like we have several reasons to love it. So of course, please be ready that in the scope of this quarter, we will be definitely releasing Ethereum chain support for Duckies. And I'm pretty sure we'll do it in some kind of smart and interesting way, just in order to combine some kind of, useful approaches, which would help the community to keep the let's say worth of the token itself. So basically what we're trying to do right now, we're trying to fight against all kind of bots, all kind of system of abuse. And in the end of the day, we want the real humanized person receive much more rewards than a person which we suspect as a bot. So like I'd say that during the process of introducing a Ethereum chain, we will also introduce some kind of anti-fraud solution, and this decision will be made just in the interest of the community. So basically, for the I think like most of you already noticed, for example, this quest which is called like human verification. Basically, we do not collect your faces, we do not collect any sub data. We just want to verify that you're a real person, just to give you more rewards. So yeah.
Okay, great. Next question: is there what will be the utilities of the NFTs that are minted earlier and these that, well, I assume the idea behind this question is that like how it will be different, what will be the different utilities between NFTs that are minted earlier and later on. So for example,
sure.
now we have this like Halloween series, and like will they have higher utilities than NFTs that we will launch later? Also, actually, maybe we can like I think there's a few people who have our earliest NFTs from our AMAs. Do we have plans to work around these somehow?
About AMAs, I'm not sure, but we definitely like have a lot of possibilities to think of what kind of booster or like what kind of benefits we can distribute to the users who like have, for example, first AMA NFT. But about those which we like recently minted, those were actually related to Halloween and like this early adopter NFT. What we can say is that you have to be 100% sure that at some point of time we will introduce you like the ability of swapping this kind of old NFT for something like more updated, which will be used in the game or in the like the superpower mechanics. So yeah, right now this kind of NFTs, they look a bit gray, maybe is a bit like not interesting, but just wait for the updates. Yeah, these NFTs will be updated as well, of course. And like especially the pumpkin one, like as soon as it's the rarest, you have to be sure that the pumpkin NFT is like it's worth of itself.
Okay, thank you so much.
I
Burak,
think somebody
let me ask.
shared. I think somebody shared like a stats yesterday or today that only what like 11% of holders were able to claim the rare NFTs or all 4 NFTs, if I'm not mistaken. That was an interesting stats to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's move to the next question. The legendary NFTs that gives protection is of unlimited duration, or if someone launches an attack on your wallet, burn or freeze, it is lost, or does it have a limited duration? Basically, for how long can you use the superpowers that comes with that NFT?
So I'm just trying to follow in this question, like to see it like in front of my eyes. Once again, superpowers will be one-time used, so it's not like that. It's something which will be used like and continuously used. It will be something like you can perform this action with this wallet address. Please insert this wallet address which you would like to be a target. That's it. But the powers will be different. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's one-time use.
Great, thanks a lot. Let me address the next question to Burak. Well, I don't think it's the one from the chat, but I think it would be really interesting to learn more about the upcoming activities that we are going to do with our newly acquired partners. Can you share a little bit here?
Of course. Yeah, of course. First of all, we realized that some of members of our Discord has not been attending to Telegram, and it's pretty normal since it's not common to use both of them at the same time actively. So we will carry quizzes to Discord as well. So we will have quiz nights in Discord with our partners, and which we will be rewarding people with both of the coins and tokens for of the both communities, both projects. In addition, we are going to have new kind of games, new kind of implementations for the game nights. And also there are some surprises we will be revealing soon for new activities, and just keep up with us and follow Yellow Announcement channel.
Thanks a lot. Another question. Well, maybe we have partially answered it before, but let's just state it one more time. So there are so many NFT projects out there. Please tell us why we should choose Duckies. I guess it's a more generic one. A great question to answer before proceeding to ending the stream. And actually, thanks everyone for the enormous amount of likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say a few words. Again, Forgive me for mentioning the conference so many times, but it actually been quite a refreshing thing to be into. And when I said there are a lot of people from the industry here, they're actually mostly doing NFTs. And the thing is, a lot of projects there are right now, um, they're kind of like trying to get on the hype wave and just do something that people are kind of liking and talk about. So this is the reason why they're into the NFTs. And they are kind of creating collections, NFT marketplaces, something which are already kind of here. And don't get me wrong, it's not that we're not doing also the same thing by creating collections, but we are trying to get those collections a unique utility, which is not really here in the industry at all right now, which is, I guess, a point for you guys to be a bit confused as to you don't really get how the entire concept is going to work. And right now we're not doing the best work of explaining it because I think we're not we don't really know in the full how the concept we're gonna work ourselves. So for now, why we are different, we want to gamify NFTs. We want to gamify the community. We want to make it also a point of education. And we know what we're doing, even if we don't know the details to the very bit. But let me tell you, I didn't met a project that is doing something similar. I did met a lot of like other fan communities, other like NFTs artists, but not really someone who who wants to kind of like do it all together.
Thanks a lot for the answer. Okay, let me move forward with one of the latest questions. Oh my god, where was it? So there was a question about how we will deal with high fees when Duckies will be launched on Ethereum chain. Vanya?
So basically, at the same time, you have to understand that the fees itself, they actually promote the token itself. So basically, more fees are spent. So the more, let's say, the worth itself the project has afterwards. So of course, having small fees on the Polygon chain is very useful, is very nice, especially for the users. But at the same time, you have to understand that like there are major layer 1 and the major layer 2, like blockchain networks itself. So as soon as we want to, as soon as we want to have to be prepared for, different technical issues, some kind of bottlenecks which can be prepared. From some points of view, Ethereum chain has vast majority of advantages. So let's say these advantages can outweigh the amount of fees which you will be forced to spend, unfortunately. But nowadays, Ethereum fees are actually not that high. Of course, it could be up to several dollars, but I'm pretty much sure that the worth of the Duckies NFTs or the worth of the Duckies tokens, which will be minted with this Ethereum fees, is worth it. You have to be sure that it's worth it because we're sure about it.
All right, thanks a lot. Well, with that said, let me once again invite our viewers to subscribe to our channel. We have just 8 more people to reach 500 subscribers, and that would be great to achieve that little goal until the end of the stream. While this is
Anastasia,
happening,
one more second, please. I wanted
yes.
to correct this question to Vanya, but I'm constantly freezing, so I'm trying to get like kind of interrupt you in the right time, but it never actually comes. So this is the question, like. Uh, how we gonna manage the free platforms coming together, meaning that we're gonna launch Duckies on all free networks. How it's gonna be, how do we actually gonna do that, which I think is a pretty interesting question to cover. So Vanya, if you can tell us more, that would be amazing.
Yeah, so maybe I cannot share all details about this kind of maintaining the all networks, but in theory, that could be possible that, for example, at some point of time, we're gonna move from the Polygon network to Ethereum network as a very big event, maybe with rescheduling of the let's say of the token balances itself. So once again, it could be so that all the networks are working independently, but they are kind of have the different way between each other. So the most prominent one, which we're like looking for, will be Ethereum. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe at some point of time we will like introduce the user's ability of like swapping their Polygon tokens to Ethereum ones. So basically, maybe they will have to pay these kind of fees one time, but yeah. It all depends on the, let's say, our roadmap of the development. Yeah, because we're kind of interested into the maintaining of the multi-chain.
Okay. Thank you so much. Well, with that said, I think we can proceed to one of the most exciting parts of this live stream, is announcing the winners of our little contests. So as we mentioned earlier, we're giving 100,000 duckies to 5 people with who asked the most interesting questions, and 100,000 duckies to 5 people who were selected randomly out of these who would like comment in the chat. So Burak, I'll give you the opportunity to
Yes, my pleasure too. My pleasure to announce them. And we have the 5 best winners, 5 best question winners, which are Nedim52, Tuna Goblin, and Blessing Alabi, Crypto Dada, and Patrick. And following those questions, we have 5 random questions which have been selected by a raffle during the stream, who are Emilia, Apello Official, Kenneth Pinto, X Comunicado, and Crypto Alabi. And you can, if you missed your name or if you think you should have been among them and you are not sure because of the pronunciation, please hit us up on the Telegram announcement channel in a few hours, where we will be announcing them also in written. So you can also send us your wallets. We will be contacting you soon. And congratulations to all who made it.
Yes, and by the way, I want to add that we will share like screenshots of questions or names of people who became the winners in our channel. So make sure to subscribe to our Telegram as well. And from there, you will be able to verify whether you became eligible for a reward, and then you can message our moderators. With that said, thank you everyone for this opportunity to chat together. And honestly, I think everyone loved the idea of doing live streams on YouTube when we can see your questions live. It's just like the very special sort of vibe. So I think we will be doing more of that. And actually, let me mention that next Friday we will conduct a more technical stream presenting the production release of OpenDex, which is basically the base of Yellow Network. And we will be happy to see everyone there. Great day for now, and see you soon.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye. Bye.
Bye bye.